Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Manchester United West Ham EFL Cup third round preview. It's Wednesday night, 8:15 kick-off at Old Trafford. Now the last time we won the EFL Cup was back in 2017. We beat Southampton in the final 3-2. We got to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup last season. We lost to Man City. We're going to be playing West Ham for the second time in the space of a few days. We beat West Ham yesterday 2-1 at the London Stadium in the Premier League. Jesse Lingard scored our winning goal, and it was a very good goal from Jesse Lingard. He came off the bench. Jesse Lingard reunited with West Ham. When he came on, he got a good reception from the West Ham supporters because last season Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Well, prior to the game, Solskjaer said that Lingard will be a Man United player next season. We are looking to extend his contract. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. The other week, Jesse Lingard rejected a new Man United contract offer over playing time concerns despite him being in the last year of his deal. Ronaldo scored our equalising goal. Ronaldo's initial first shot was saved, then he got the rebound. That's 4 goals for Ronaldo in 3 games. Scored yesterday, scored against Young Boys in the Champions League last week, and he scored twice against Newcastle on his second debut. Ronaldo could have had more than 1 goal because he had some other chances without scoring. Ronaldo got brought down 3 times in the penalty area, so we had 3 penalty appeals rejected. I think 2 of them were Stonewall penalties. Ronaldo has done really well since he's re-signed. We got Ronaldo in a deal worth 19.8 million with add-ons included. He signed a 2-year contract with Man United with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo has already hinted that he's looking to stay at Man United beyond his current contract. Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Old Trafford. And Ronaldo wears the number 7 shirt. Before the Young Boys game, Solskjaer did say it's not impossible to leave Ronaldo out of the team. Solskjaer said he doesn't have to play him for every game. And prior to the Young Boys game, Ronaldo says we can win the Champions League. Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. He's won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Ronaldo is already the all-time record scorer in the Champions League, and a few weeks ago he became the all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. Yesterday, West Ham's goal was from Benrahma. Benrahma's strike took a huge deflection off Raphael Varane. So there were the goals. Mark Noble missed the opportunity to salvage a point for West Ham. Obviously, Mark Noble missed the penalty. Obviously, De Gea saved it, so De Gea made a match-winning save. Obviously, West Ham got the penalty because of Luke Shaw's handball. I presume a lot of West Ham fans criticised David Moyes for letting Mark Noble take the penalty, because obviously Mark Noble didn't play any part of the game until obviously he came on to take the penalty. Declan Rice actually had the ball in his hands. But I thought yesterday it was a very, very good game. It was end to end. I thought Jarrod Bowen had a very good game for West Ham. He had a good chance. De Gea saved it with his feet. Another one of Jarrod Bowen's chances came from a mistake from Harry Maguire, but Rafael Varane made a very good block. Vlasic, he didn't do too bad on his debut. Defensively, West Ham were good as well. I thought Zuma had a very good game for them. He made some good interventions. Fabianski also did very well in West Ham's goal. He made some very good saves. And Declan Rice, he played very well in West Ham's midfield. West Ham were missing Antonio yesterday. Obviously, Antonio was suspended. I think Antonio will be in contention to play in this game at Old Trafford. But reflecting on that win against West Ham yesterday, we have extended our unbeaten run away from home in the Premier League to 29. We haven't lost away from home in the Premier League since January 2020. We have won 4 games out of 5 now in the Premier League. So we have enjoyed a good start to the Premier League season. We are third in the league, but we are joint top with Chelsea and Liverpool. They're all on the same points. And it was good to see us respond to the embarrassment against Young Boys last week in the Champions League. Solskjaer got heavily criticised for that defeat because a lot of the blame did stem from Solskjaer because the tactics were wrong and the substitutions were wrong. Jesse Lingard cost us a game against Young Boys with that back pass he played in the 95th minute of stoppage time. So on Wednesday, David Moyes will be reuniting with Manchester United again. You've got to give David Moyes credit. He's done really well in his second spell at West Ham. He's been in charge of West Ham for almost 2 years in his second spell. Moyes didn't do well in his first spell at West Ham. Obviously, he got sacked. Before, Moyes has managed Real Sociedad, got sacked from them. He's managed Sunderland, he got sacked from them because he got Sunderland relegated. He's managed us before. He was in charge of us for 10 months, then we sacked him. Moyes was probably the worst manager we've ever had. We finished 7th under the David Moyes era. And that's the lowest we've finished in the Premier League era. Moyes has also managed Everton before. He was a long-serving manager at Everton. He endured 11 years with them. And he's managed Preston before. Last season, West Ham endured a very good season to their standards. Last season, I think they finished, was it 5th or 6th? They just missed out on a Champions League place. Not so long ago, West Ham had a very good win in the Europa League against Dynamo Zagreb. They beat them 2-0. But like I said, Tino Antonio, he's definitely one of West Ham's key players. Pablo Fornals, he's also very, very good. He played yesterday. Benrahma, he's also very good as well. West Ham got him from Brentford. Jared Bowen, you know, he's also made an impact at West Ham. That's Souček, you know, he's also made an impact. You know, he played yesterday. Lanzini, you know, he's also good. Didn't start yesterday, but came on in the game. Obviously, Declan Rice, he's one of West Ham's key players. Manchester United have been linked with Declan Rice. A few weeks ago now, it said that Man United identified Declan Rice as #1 midfield transfer target for next summer. And it said Declan Rice is likely to leave West Ham next summer as he targets a club offering Champions League football. He said Solskjaer is confident on the Declan Rice transfer. Declan Rice's price tag is 100 million. Well, when this year's summer transfer window was open, it said that Ole Solskjaer wants Declan Rice. And Declan Rice did mention he was unhappy with West Ham's 100 million price tagging. He's rejected a few contract offers at West Ham. He's got 3 years left on his contract at West Ham. He's been at West Ham for like 7 years or so now, so he's remained loyal to them for a long time. He's predominantly a holding midfielder, but can also be deployed as a centre-half. Obviously, West Ham have got Mark Noble. Mark Noble is aging up now, he's like in his 30s. He's been at West Ham though for a long time. West Ham have also got Vladimir Kufal, you know, he played yesterday. They've got Craig Dawson. I think they got him permanently in the summer transfer window. At one point they did have him on loan. They got him from Watford. Aaron Cresswell, you know, he's West Ham's left back. He's a very, very good left back, is Aaron Cresswell. I rate him a lot. West Ham have also got Ogbonna, one of their centre-halves. They've got Issa Diop, he's one of their centre-halves. I like that Zuma, you know, Zuma's made an impact. West Ham got Zuma in this year's summer transfer window. Like I mentioned, he did well on his home debut yesterday. West Ham have got Yarmolenko and Ryan Fredericks. Obviously, West Ham have got Fabianski. He's one of their goalkeepers. They've got that Areola. I think he's another goalkeeper. They brought him in this year's summer transfer window. I think they got Areola from PSG. They've got Alex Kral. They brought him in the summer transfer window this year. And obviously they brought Vlasic in. Don't forget, West Ham lost Sebastian Haller. I think a lot of people believed that Sebastian Haller wasn't good enough at West Ham. I thought he actually made an impact from my perspective. They also offloaded Felipe Anderson. They loaned Frederick Ibsen out. and they offloaded Robert Snodgrass. He went to West Brom. The only injury West Ham have got is Winston Reid. I'm expecting West Ham to rotate in this game. I'm also expecting Man United to rotate heavily for this game. Obviously, we've still got some players out, but not many. Obviously, Marcus Rashford is still out. It said last week that Marcus Rashford looked sharp in training after his shoulder injury operation. Rashford is expected to return in like 3 weeks. We will look better though when Marcus Rashford comes back. Alex Telles, I think he's still out. Dean Henderson, he's been unavailable. Obviously, he had to recover from COVID. And Edison Cavani has been absent. And I think that's about it. In the game yesterday, Paul Pogba, I think, got a minor injury earlier on, but I think he should be okay. The last time West Ham beat us at Old Trafford was 14 years ago. It was a goal from Carlos Tevez. Like I've said to you, we seldom lose to West Ham. We've got a very good record against them. Obviously beating them yesterday 2-1 at the London Stadium, beating them last season at the London Stadium 3-1, beating them 1-0 at Old Trafford last season in the league, and we're beating them in the FA Cup last season 1-0. Our next game in the league is Aston Villa on Saturday. It's a 12:30 kick-off. On my next video, I will be giving you my predicted 11 for this game against West Ham in the EFL Cup 3rd round. Earlier on today, I gave you the news on Paul Pogba. The Daily Express said that Man United are reportedly set to make Paul Pogba the highest paid Premier League player of all time by offering him a new long-term deal, which will see him earn around £400,000 a week. At the moment, Pogba receives around 290 grand a week. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Obviously, before the start of this season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. Well, reports said earlier on this season that Pogba's very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. Now, last week, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola suggested that Paul Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free next summer. Mino Raiola did mention that Turin is still in Paul Pogba's heart. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Paul Pogba's brother Matthias Pogba said last week that Paul Pogba is yet to decide on his future and his contract situation is up in the air. Now, reports have recently said that Barcelona want him on a free next summer. Defensa Central said a few weeks ago that Pogba favours a switch to Real Madrid over the PSG deal. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba. A couple of years ago, Pogba spoke about Real Madrid in his relationship with Zinedine Zidane, and he did come out, Pogba, and say he was seeking for a new challenge. And earlier on this season it said that Pogba's set to join PSG on a free next summer, and PSG are pushing to sign him. I hope Pogba signs a new contract though. Pogba's enjoyed a good start to the season. He's already got 7 assists. And he produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. But at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while, and he sustained some ankle injuries at Man United. This season is Pogba's 6th season since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and he's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. And we had him when he was a lot younger under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. And you know the news on Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes is close to signing a new 5-year contract with Man United worth 250 grand a week with the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. Fabrizio Romano said not so long ago that talks have been ongoing since July between Man United and the agent of Bruno Fernandes over a new contract at the moment. Fernandes is under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Fernandes played yesterday against West Ham. He was unlucky not to score because he hit the post. I think Fabianski tipped it onto the post. But he had a good game, put some good crosses into the box. Obviously, Fernandes got the assist for Ronaldo's goal because he obviously played the crossing. But yeah, I think Man United are going to enjoy a very good season. This season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. And he knows this season is massive for him because he's got big expectations to exceed. We know Solskjaer's ambition for this season, and that's to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. And we have got a title-winning squad, so the time for excuses is over. And a few weeks ago, Solskjaer told his Man United squad that it's better than the 1999 treble-winning team that Ollie was part of. And was it prior to the West Ham game? Ollie said we must leave a legacy of silverware. Solskjaer has to win a trophy this season to basically save his job because he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017, and that's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Obviously last week there was rumours coming out regarding Antonio Conte. It came out and said that Antonio Conte would accept the Man United job if Solskjaer was to be sacked. Antonio Conte wants a winning project, so he's rejected Arsenal and he's rejected Tottenham. Conte is available because he left Inter Milan at the end of last season. Conte has got a good pedigree behind him. He's won a lot of trophies in his home nation. He's managed in the Premier League before. When he managed Chelsea in his first season, he won the Premier League. And some people think Antonio Conte, if he was to take over at Man United, he would do a good job and he'd suit the strappings of the club. But like I've said, we've got to give Ole at least this season. Ole deserves credit because I think Solskjaer has brought consistency back to Man United. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. He's got a lot of trustworthy in his young players. He has made good signings as Manchester United manager. Solskjaer has signed 14 players so far, and we've spent like 441 million in total under the Solskjaer era. So in the summer of 2019, Ollie recommended Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. Back in January 2020, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odi Ighalo in on loan. Let Ighalo go in January this year. In the summer of 2020, he brought Edison Cavani in, Donny van der Beek, Alex Telles, Imad Diallo and Facundo Pellistri. We loaned Pellistri out in this year's summer transfer window. And in this year's summer transfer window, Solskjaer brought Tom Heaton in, Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane and Cristiano Ronaldo. Ollie's also got rid of a lot of players since he's come in, which he knew he had to do. Obviously, he loaned a few players out in this year's summer transfer window. We loaned Tahith Chon out, Facundo Pellistri, Brandon Williams, Andres Pereira, Ethan Laird and Axel Tuanzebe. The players Solskjaer's got rid of permanently, obviously, offloaded Daniel James in this year's summer transfer window. Solskjaer released Sergio Romero and Joel Pereira. He let Fossa Mensah and Marcus Rojo go back in January, and Odi Ighalo left in January. Solskjaer's let players like Young go, Valencia go, Smalling go, Darmian go. Also let Fellaini go back in January 2019. Let Herrera go, Angel Gomez, let Sanchez go and let Romelu Lukaku go. So they're a lot of the players we've got rid of under Ollie. And progress has been made under Solskjaer because he has got us to semi-finals. He got us to 3 semi-finals in his first full season. He got us to the EFL Cup semi-final last season. So we've been in 4 semi-finals so far under Ollie, and, well, should I say 5, 1 semi-final we got past to obviously get to last season's Europa League final. That Europa League final last season was Solskjaer's first major final as Man United manager. So there you go. And last season he got us a second place finish, and in his first full season he got us a third place finish. And we have extended a lot of players' contracts under Ollie as well, and he wants new contracts for like 4 or 5 players. I do have my concerns about Ollie as well. My 2 biggest concerns about him is that he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, and his decision making concerns me. And there you go. Ollie has been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 3 years. He would have been in charge for 3 years in December. And Solskjaer's learnt quite a bit on the job. But there's still plenty of things Ollie's got to learn because he's still a young coach. But reflecting now on his been with us, he has gained some managerial experience. But whatever happens regarding Solskjaer, we'll always adore him because at the end of the day, he's a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. Ollie's most iconic moment as a player was 1999, when he scored the late goal in the Champions League final to win the club the treble. The treble is the club's greatest achievement. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club till 2024. There's an option of a further year. And we definitely made a mistake giving him that new contract. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. We give Solskjaer the job permanently, reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. And yeah, Man United enjoyed a very good summer transfer window this year. Like I said, we made 4 signings. In this year's summer transfer window, we spent around £141 million. And in this year's summer transfer window, Solskjaer received the backing he deserved. Obviously, John Murtough backed him. We made the right decision getting John Murtough in, because I did mention we needed to get a director of football in, because it's one of the structural changes we needed at the club. Darren Fletcher also backed him, and we made the right decision recommending Darren Fletcher back in. You know, Fletcher knows the club through thick and thin anyway. He enjoyed 2 decades as a player for Man United. And surprisingly, the Glazers had backed him, but only because they'd been persuaded to. It's disappointing that we didn't sign a midfielder in the summer transfer window. Hopefully we can sign one in January or next summer. And we only managed to sell 1 player in the summer transfer window, which was disappointing. The player we sold was Daniel James. Sold him to Leeds for £25 million. Like I updated you yesterday, Solskjaer is willing to sell up to 7 players in January, including Martial and Donny van der Beek. So anyway guys, that's everything. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.